Hey everyone, welcome back. This video will be for my 24 week pregnancy update. It almost seems crazy to me that we are already, tomorrow I'll be 25 weeks pregnant. That just seems absolutely insane, but I'm very excited about it at the same time. So as far as symptoms this week, I did have a few, not necessarily new things, but exacerbated symptoms. I have been having to wake up almost what feels like every hour of the night to pee, so that's been annoying. I am having a little more restless sleep. I'm starting to notice that if I lay on any one of my arms or like in a position that puts any pressure on my arms, I'm getting a lot more pain in my arms and almost like sore muscles. And so I think that might be part of what's waking me up in the middle of the night, but I'm not sure. And then in the same token as sleep, I've been having some very weird dreams. So like, for example, last night I had a dream. This is very weird and I don't know where this came from. So anyway, that there was some national country, Middle Eastern, not necessarily like a Middle Eastern country, I guess, but just that general vicinity. Country had nuclear weapons and they were going to like drop a bomb on St. Louis. So the first part of the dream was really sad. It was me saying goodbye to certain family members for the last time, but then I was going off to war to fight against the nuclear war. So very weird. And I've been having a lot more dreams, so even more that have been weird. That's probably the gist on the like new symptoms or necessarily the exacerbated symptoms. I'm having some more gastrointestinal issues, I guess would be the best way to describe that. I'm not going to go into much detail. I will spare you all of that. But it's definitely not been fun. And it's prompted me to have a few conversations with my doctor. Nothing's wrong. It's just been uncomfortable. And I can definitely tell my digestive process has changed since she's getting bigger. As far as highlights this last week, I have a few actually, so this may be the longest portion of this video today, but first and foremost, we reached viability, or our first viability mark anyway, so that is very exciting. For those of you that are not pregnant or do not know necessarily what viability is, at 24 weeks is when the baby's lungs are developed enough that they could survive with severe medical intervention if they were born. So if something were to happen and I were to go into labor, McKenna would most likely survive. There's a lot of controversy around that depending on who you talk to, because I know a lot of people feel like that kind of medical intervention is almost to the point of playing God, or to the point of, is it really what's best for the baby? But knowing people that I know that have been through that and who have wonderful, amazing children because of having that type of medical intervention, I absolutely, it would never be a doubt in my mind how I would feel about it if it was needed. The second huge milestone for us was literally right after I posted my last video. I think I shared it on Friday. I think I had recorded it on Wednesday. We had not felt any external movement from the baby. So Friday night, I was laying in bed and I was kind of in an awkward position. I just was having a hard time getting comfortable. I was laying on my right side and just kind of had my hand resting on my left side, kind of where where my stomach almost meets my back. So further back, like back here, then further forward. And I felt her kick. And it was very weird because at first I was like, did I just feel that or was that me making that up? So I lay there for about 30-40 minutes and felt her move probably 5 or 6 more times. Got very excited about it. Told my husband to come feel her, and then she stops, of course. Well, then later that night, he was able to feel her move for the first time too. So I wish the lights would have been on. I was laying down, almost like I was going to sleep, and so I didn't get to see his facial expression, but he did say it was very surreal, very exciting at the same time. So I was very glad that he got to do that as well. Another highlight from this week, this one isn't necessarily a good highlight, but it is what it is. I failed my glucose test. So I have to go tomorrow. Today is Tuesday. I have to go tomorrow to do the 3-hour glucose test. I barely failed it because 130 is considered passing. Mine was 142. So based on the research that I've done, with a number like that and, with them adding all the extra time in between, it'd be very unlikely for me to fail the 3-hour test, but I have to do it anyway. What I am most worried about is not drinking the drink or sitting there for 3 hours. It is the fact that I literally have one vein in my entire body that will give blood, and it is not going to handle being stuck 4 times. So I think I've talked in my other videos about how incredibly difficult of a stick I am for getting blood draws. I don't even know if you can see, probably not. Yeah, but yeah, you see that massive bruise on the top of my hand. That's the vein, and that's the only one in my hand or in my whole body where you can actually get blood. And I don't say that lightly. When I was going for my initial IVF testing, there was over 17 sticks to different veins, everywhere from my hands, my arms, up to my shoulders, everywhere to try to get veins, and it just doesn't work. My veins are very small, and they roll, and they collapse very easily, so I'm screwed. So I don't know how, and I mean, you can see through the big bruise I have here, that vein is already bruised from doing the 1-hour test. So I don't know how I'm going to do a 3-hour test and be stuck 4 times in the same vein. One of my friends is a nurse, and she had mentioned that it would be a good idea to see if any of the clinics would do like an IV line where they can just pull from it without having to stick me 4 times, and then they can just leave it in. I called every in-network lab in my area, and none of them will do that. So we're gonna pray that 4 sticks with the blood work they need will happen tomorrow, but I have a feeling I'm gonna come home looking like a pincushion and feeling like shit. So the first test made me very sick because I think it was just too much sugar at one time. I drank the drink at 7:10 in the morning. They did my blood work by 8:10, and then I got to work about 9 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, I had a headache. By 11 o'clock, I was nauseous with a headache. So I did eat some breakfast after the test so that I knew that, you know, try to get some of that sugar out of my system. And then I came home because it was so bad that I ended up sleeping for like 4.5 hours that day. So I'm really hoping that tomorrow's not as bad, but just in case, I did actually take the day off of work to go do this test, so that if it is, that I won't be miserable. So hopefully we'll be good to go after that. And then finally, my last highlight, blank there, last highlight for the week is also my only baby buy, and I don't have it here to show you because it will be here very soon, but right behind me will be sitting our new Nursery Glider. So I finally found one that I liked. It was a blind purchase, which I was a little afraid of not sitting in it first. It's from Wayfair, and if you follow me on Instagram, I have posted a picture there, but it is a 40-inch wide glider. I know I've mentioned in other videos how very concerned about space I am in her room, but at the same time, buying a chair that I'm not going to fit in comfortably with her is just a waste. So I was concerned about the width of a lot of these chairs and how low everything sat in them. So because of the fact that it is wider, my arms won't like evenly rest on them. So I will definitely have to make sure I get a boppy pillow for feeding her. But it'll go right behind me when it comes in, and I haven't measured it yet to make sure it'll fit, but I know it will because I can readjust some stuff in here if I need to. But it is gray with some white piping, and I'm very excited about it. I'm glad we finally found one, and we found one cheaper than we expected to find one. But it doesn't come with an ottoman, so I'm not sure if I'm going to purchase one or not. I may get the chair in here and see how it fits, because I know it's really hard to tell the spatiality behind me, but there's only about 3 feet from my back to the wall, and I have a feeling since this chair is a little bit bigger, I'm not going to have room for an ottoman, so we'll have to see how that goes. Anyway, I was very excited to find it. We do have a few fun things upcoming too. This coming weekend is Labor Day weekend, and I am going... Sorry, the last part of my video got cut off. I'm actually recording this video on my phone, and my boss called me because we had a slight issue at work today, so I had to answer that and take care of that. But anyway, to finish up the video, I was just saying that I'm very excited to be able to go see my dad this weekend down at Lake of the Ozarks for Labor Day. And then next weekend is actually our baby shower. So other than that, not too much else is going on. So I will come back and give you guys an update here for 25 weeks very soon. So thanks for watching and have a great day.